This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponent, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he's not going to take the touchback. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's second and short after a good run on first down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a third and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
In the gun, third down, Reed. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Reed. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
With the run on first and goal. Next going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And he'll lose yardage on that return. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Edwards. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Horton. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. There's a crease. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
He's got him. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step.
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route, 80 yards, and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, after having 3 sacks in their last game, this offense knew they had to ID where this guy was going to line up every play, and they had to have an answer for him. Didn't have one there. He is so strong. He's so fast, and he just knows how to get home to the quarterback. He's got a sixth sense.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's cut. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Dante Moore throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. The offense changing the play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. Moore to the air.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They'll go right back to him. Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ducks.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Edwards. Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. The 20. He's at the and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggies.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore, play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Davison. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Aggies! The defense putting points on the board.
And I love what the secondary does here. You know the blitz is coming. You know the ball's going to come out quick. They react to it quickly, get the interception, and then, Palmer, they know exactly what to do with it once they do.
No doubt, and I think the hit certainly affected some of the accuracy on the throw. Quarterback's got to do a better job getting that ball out sooner, but once the ball started to flutter a little bit, didn't go exactly where he wanted, the defense was opportunistic. And not just getting the pick, but having the convoy taking it to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. A direct snap. It's Hill. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Snap to the back. They're looking for space to run behind the left tackle. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Here's Moore to throw. Looking to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Edwards. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are
looking for the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Finds a little space. There's some room. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. The run inside. It's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Got his man out of the backfield. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Motion from the wide receiver. Can't get him to the ground. Makes a grab and room to run. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Throwing Reed. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. A strike downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Gonna take a shot. Leaping grab for a big gain. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. A&M comes back out with another first down. Again, it's Reed. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Owens. They knock him down right there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Reed, bringing the heat, being chased. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Man, that's frustrating for a defense. You had him in third down. You had him in a predictable situation. Try to go capitalize on it. What does he do? Pulls that rabbit out of the hat, scrambles around, now puts him right inside the 5-yard line in scoring position. You got to bow your necks. You better get ready for the next play.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Aggie. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running inside, it's Davison. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Moore from the gun on third down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Moore to throw for it on fourth down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Motion from the back. Reed. Pressure coming. And down he goes. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting it. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Oh, they're after him. Zings it complete to the right. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
You don't see bat downs all the time. A lot of times guys break on the football, the defensive backs, and then trying to catch it and make a play. I like he knew where he was. He's in the end zone, not trying to give up points. Does a great job breaking on the football and swatting it to the ground.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throwing Moore. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Might be changing the route. Moore will throw. Lets it fly. Goes high to pull it in. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win.
Maybe a crease. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run. And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Hill. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He slides that just inside the right upright. And they go back on top. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest taking on the Charlotte 49ers. And it's the Demon Deacons in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country. Games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Moore fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore working that left side. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Gonna run it. It's Hill. Finds a crease at the 20. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Hill. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to the ground game on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Dante Moore fires to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Owens. Plows through the defense. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Here's Reed to throw. Quarterback moving. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Reed. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Fires to the middle. Touchdown! the way you finish a drive and put up points. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the extra point was good. From inside his own 15, looking for room. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Here's the handoff. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Throwing Reed. It's complete on the right side. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. Texas A&M going up-tempo.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Finds the tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Reed, going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Guys, look at this. Surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Reed to throw for it on 4th. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Moore to throw. Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. And he's swept through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Offense in an empty set. Reed. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Dropping back, it's Hart. Sends it downfield. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires the pass, intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark. 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
They give it to him again. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
That's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback. You're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Finding some room. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And they did tack on the extra point. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Under fire. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's loose. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able. There he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Started this drive with a bang, but now it is third down. Moore from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Quarterback making checks. Fourth down, Moore. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Running the red zone, it's Hill. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They're working that left side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you've got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Scanning the field is Hart. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely...
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us, because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down, still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Pocket breaking down, and they got him.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. A shot toward the end zone, and it's picked off for the third time today. Takes it the other way, and he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead, because they've got bigger goals